Well, I thought about potentially maybe getting the word fuck inside my beard. Like shave a spot, get the word fuck, put the beard hair down.
Like a flap?
like a little flap. Wake it up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marckie P Show. I've got a really, really fun guest today. My boy, First Sergeant in the Army, Captain in the Connecticut Department of Corrections. Did I nail that?
Nailed it.
6'2", chest tattoos, and some other stuff that we can't say right now because, you know, it's a family show. It's not really a family show, but whatever. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Happy to have you.
Oh, yeah. Happy to be here.
Good, man. How are things?
Things are things. I'm glad 2021 has arrived, and let's see what it brings.
Yeah. Dude, Super Bowl last night was fucking lit.
Phenomenal.
It was great. Watching Tom Brady stomp a mud hole in the Chiefs felt so good. It also felt bad.
Yeah, it would have felt better if it was with the Patriots, but I'm glad he did it. Got number 7.
Yeah. What they say, he's got more. He himself has more Super Bowl titles than actual teams.
Yes.
Like whole teams.
A lot of them.
And to beat, on the way up to beat Breeze, Aaron Rodgers, and then Patrick Mahomes to win the Super Bowl. I mean,
I know it's your claim to fame, but he's the best to ever do it.
He is the best. It is my claim to fame, but rightfully so. He's the best to ever do it. He's the GOAT. I'm the best to ever do it. You know, it's a little different. So last night we watched a show at our local bar, which we love, Nathan Bill's. They had lemon pepper wings on the menu last night.
They do.
And I was told that I could get a meal on the specials menu, Marckie P Show, 12 lemon pepper wings and a Bud Light.
That sounds delicious.
I've made it.
You are on the level of Travis Scott.
Yeah, I am Travis. Yes, I am Travis Scott. I'm Travis Scott of Nathan Bill's. I have my own meal.
And I like the food there better than McDonald's, so you're a step above.
I mean, I'm getting famous. We brought Juanito today. Now I've got a security guy. I've got a meal. What's next? The fucking moon. We're going to the moon, baby. Dogecoin to the moon.
Blast off.
Blasting right off. Hop on the roller coaster. We're going right to the moon. What's your thoughts on playing the guitar? Because last night, the only thing I could think of after, I'm like, how do I, go into a hobby? Because I was just bored last night after the Super Bowl. I was like, I want to play the guitar. You ever play the guitar?
I did. I killed Guitar Hero. I can red, blue, green like nobody's business.
Yep.
Picking up a real guitar, you might as well just smash it because I suck.
just guitar, your actual Guitar Hero?
Yeah, my fingers can't conform to an actual guitar, but on the Guitar Hero game piece, I can do it.
Nail it.
The strings, forget about it.
Forget about it. I used to play Rock Band, and sometimes when I used to play Rock Band alone and I wanted to sing, I would just tape the microphone to my chest, and I'd just be strumming along, just singing in a microphone attached to my chest, right where I have this beautiful Honey Bear logo. Get the merch.
You got it.
You do. You are repping the brand hard right now. I love it. You're recently looking up vacations.
I was.
You were. Where were you looking? Where were you looking to go?
Anywhere outside this frigid temperature of Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's freezing. We took a 5-minute walk over here, and I had to de-thaw.
Yeah, I wish I had these headphones on the walk over because my ears are frozen.
Yeah, just absolutely frigid. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Continental U.S. or outside?
Either. Maybe both. I know where I'm going. I love Mexico.
Vegas.
Vegas. Well, you're a savage.
Well, Vegas there's a lot to do. I got a couple buddies out there. Florida's easy.
Yeah, that is an easy try. It's like $49 on JetBlue. You just fucking scoot.
Yeah.
You go on Spirit, and it's like they actually send you for free. They're just like, you want to fly? You just hop on a $1 Spirit and just.
You don't know flying. If you go on Spirit, you're probably flying the plane.
You are probably flying the plane. That's the only way you get on. Dude, Mexico is my spot.
Never been.
I love Cancun.
Traveled everywhere. Never been to Mexico, Jamaica. Probably 2 spots I'm gonna go soon.
Yeah, dude, Jamaica's fun. Mexico is just my shit. I love it. Just the culture, the people, the food. You know, we were talking about this on the way up. The best places to eat when you're on vacation are those tiny little huts.
Random.
You
just find on the side of the road.
Yeah. This like one old dude that's been there for 50 years just slinging stuff.
You probably know you're risking salmonella, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's there's no food grade anything there. It's just a dude just slinging stuff, and you're like, sign me up.
Absolutely.
Sign me up. You have a very unique job. You've done a lot of traveling, but not for leisure. You're a 20-year Army veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
What places have you been?
Everywhere the world has had a conflict since 9/11, my boots have touched ground there.
So like Iraq,
Everywhere.
Afghanistan.
The Western Europe, when they were going through their things with Slobodan Milosevic.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, you were in Egypt too, right?
Egypt, yep. That was my my last deployment. Got back from Egypt.
How was Egypt?
Egypt was Egypt. You see the pyramids, you see the camels, and that's Egypt.
Yeah. What is that like for you though? Like when you're over there, when you're not in Egypt, but like just abroad and you're, on a base doing things. What?
I love it. It brings you perspective on what you actually have here. Seeing how other people live, and just makes you appreciate what you got at home.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. What was your least favorite deployment?
Wasn't really deployment, it was activation when Katrina hit New Orleans.
Right.
And only because that was on American soil, and just to see Americans going through
devastation.
Devastation, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that was probably the worst. I liked going there because we were helping our own people.
Yeah.
But just to see it like that, that was probably the worst.
What was your first ever deployment?
First ever was Bosnia. 19 years old.
Jeez.
Still wet behind the ears. First time away from home, and I absolutely loved it.
We were just like, well, fuck it, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
What was it? What was that? Oh, that was the Slobodan Milosevic thing.
Yeah,
I fucking nailed that.
You did.
I nailed that until I watch it back and I'm like, wow, I just slurred through that guy's whole name. So what was that like? Like being 19 years old and the Army being like, guess what, dog?
Loved it.
You're out.
19 years old, not a care in the world. We went on some a 4 or 5 day leave pass kind of thing in Budapest.
That sounds fun.
It was very fun, especially for a young 19-year-old man.
Do you have I don't even know what you call them, but do you have any little children running around Budapest?
Disclaimer, not that I know of.
maybe 1 or 10.
It's been probably 18 years ago I went, so if you're out there, come find me. I have no more obligation.
23andMe is going to come knocking at your door, and they're going to be like, so by the way, you have a child in this country, and you have a child in this country. So 19. So that's what made you want to get into going into the Army?
Probably John Rambo. No, I don't. I always wanted to join the service. All my family members, kind of in the service.
Sly Stallone.
Sly Stallone. Didn't know what I wanted to do after high school.
Yeah.
And then that was the next best thing.
And you were just like, let's just lock in and wake it up and go.
I actually had my parents had to sign a waiver because I was 17 when I went through the process.
Really?
And I was already ready to go, signed, but my parents didn't know they had to sign the waiver.
Yeah.
Until the recruiter showed up like, hey, you got to sign this waiver. Like, for what?
For what?
Oh, I joined the Army. What's for dinner?
Surprise.
Wait, what?
Surprise, Mom, the meatloaf.
Yeah. I mean, my mother signed it knowing that if she didn't, I was just going to wait a year and do it myself.
Right.
Probably wasn't the best thing she put her signature on.
Well, I mean,
for her, she didn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She hates when I go away all the time.
I mean, that's got to be a scary thing for parents, family members,
Yeah.
But you serve the country, and I think we're all very grateful for people who serve our country. Juan as well, who's here, former Marine. So we have lots of energy in the room. What was been the biggest challenge of leaving, not necessarily leaving your family. I know that's a big challenge when you're young, you're leaving your family, even though you said you just had a blast. But what's the biggest challenge that you face when you have to go on deployment?
Getting there, getting all your affairs in order, so when you're there, you don't have any hiccups.
Right.
It's a pain in the ass. You don't want your bills to
Pile up,
and if you don't set things up correctly before you leave, then you're just dealing with it while you're there, and the connectivity is not always there.
Right.
You're making phone calls and having somebody, do it for you back home. Which my mom was a big help. She's my
just hold it down.
Power of attorney, so she took care of everything. When I was gone, like her signature was mine.
Okay.
So she paid all my bills that I didn't set up online. Like before, it wasn't online banking, checking, and direct deposit. So now it's easy. But before, she would just do all my stuff for me. So if you have someone back home that can do it for you, great. If not,
that's good advice.
You got to set it up.
That's great advice.
Prior to going. But that's probably the biggest pain in the ass. And getting there, traveling there is.
Yeah. What's the longest travel day you've ever had?
24 hours plus.
Just
stopping, fueling up, hopping on another plane, stopping here for a couple of days, waiting for another plane to get there, and
they just send you from one country to another. Just like, okay, you can get off here. Yeah. Okay, you can get off here.
Red Bull and Tylenol PM is your best friend.
That's it. Just keeps you going.
I popped some Tylenol PM on one flight, and we hit a sandstorm and turned around. We woke up back where we landed, and my buddy's like, "Hey, we're here." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." We get off the plane, we're right where we fucking started. Huh?
Were you just like confused?
Were you just confused as hell?
In a daze, you're just like,
oh
boy,
what's going on?
I
thought it was a joke. It wasn't a joke.
Falls asleep, takes a 6-hour flight from back to where he started.
Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, turn around Afghanistan, back to Kyrgyzstan.
That would be, that's like the moment. All the stands. That moment, like when you're drunk and you take like a midday nap. And then you wake up and it's dark and you're like, is it morning? It's like 8 o'clock and you're just like, is it 8 in the morning or is it 8 at night? Is it 8 in the morning?
It's nighttime. Gonna get drunk again.
You're like, fire it back up, baby. Wake it up. Has being deployed, like, what's been like a defining moment for you, like in your career in the Army, where you're like, you're away from family, you're on foreign soil. Has there been a moment or like a mission you've gone on or something that has like defined you as a person?
Probably every moment and weight kind of defined you as a person. As in the military or any job, as you move up in the ranks, or in your department or whatever, you now have different responsibilities, and you have people under you that you're responsible for. So probably being that role model or being that person that you're counted on by them and they can go to you probably would be the defining moment to me, knowing that I can mold somebody to take my spot.
Right.
When I'm gone.
Right. Be a better person, grow.
You don't got to be a better person. You just got to be able to do the job.
Right.
Because at some point, I'm going to get out of the Army.
Are you?
God willing.
I mean, you've been in for 20. You might as well just fucking.
October's going to be 23.
October will be 23 years. That is just insanity. Would you have ever thought that you would have been this long?
No, I was going to do my 3 years and get out.
And that was 23 years ago.
Yeah, then, September 11th happened and
you're just locked in.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be obviously it's a crazy moment in history. But for somebody that's in the armed forces, it's got to be a thing like, hey, I've got to go and do this.
Yeah, if you ask anybody in the military, I'm sure they can tell you exactly where they were.
Yeah, I mean, I know where I was, but like I was at gym class.
Yeah,
in high school.
Anyone in our era probably can tell you exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
It was probably the biggest event in our lives.
Yeah, for sure. But then, did you get deployed shortly thereafter, or
September 18th?
Really?
I was on a plane September 18th.
7 days later. Where did you go from there?
Across the pond.
Across the pond. Just a leisure trip over to Iraq. With that being said, though, like you've spent a lot of time away. What do you do? Like, what do you guys do to pass time? What do you like? Because fun.
You already said it's the family show, so something.
There's a little.
A little bit.
Whatever that noise was, I just made. It's like a duck fucked the llama or something. I don't know what that was.
I feel bad for the llama. Hey, they spit.
They do. That's a fact. Yeah, because like here, you can just go drink, hang out with your fucking friends, and watch some football and do your thing. Like what?
You can do all that overseas, minus the drinking.
Right.
No, you play cards, bullshit. Well, now I mean, phones work over there. You get a SIM card. You get the local national SIM card. Put it in your phone, and like my last deployment, I picked up my iPhone. I can call home whenever I want. Text, WhatsApp is a good app.
Yeah, that's super international. So I think you don't get charged or something like that with like international stuff.
Yeah, technology's come so far, and it's detrimental. It can help, but it can also hinder.
Right.
People being focused. Like, you got soldiers on their phone when you're trying to do something. Like, and a lot of the times the interference and the waves from, I'm not a fucking scientist, but the cell phone waves.
Yeah.
It might be able to set off something so you want to make sure you have it off. Sometimes.
Like a bomb.
Yeah.
Like if you have your phone on you and you're driving somewhere and you
never happened to me, but I mean you don't want to interfere with the
like remote detonation stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But one thing that got me through Afghanistan, I had a terabyte hard drive, and I had every original Nintendo game uploaded on that.
That's
and I bought
sick.
a controller, USB controller. So I got pretty sick at playing Contra. Like, we'd have competitions like one live go through the whole game of Contra.
That sounds fun.
Then once we did that, we tried to do it for time.
Create your own fun.
And that's pretty much it.
There's
no more writing letters like this ain't Vietnam. Where you're writing a love letter in the back of like an MRE box.
MREs are disgusting. Those things freak me out.
I got a case back home.
For those who maybe we'll try it for the show. For those who don't know, an MRE is it's
meal ready to eat.
Meal ready to eat. And what do they like freeze dry it? It's like what is it?
No, it's not. We're not astronauts.
It just grosses me out. Like meatloaf in a bag just sounds not good.
We'll try when we get home. They've actually come a long way.
Are they good? What's your favorite MRE?
Chili mac.
Chili mac.
Chili and macaroni.
What's your least favorite?
Probably like the ham slice.
It's so fucking. They just chuck a ham slice in a bag.
The ham slice, and then they put a few barbecue skewer marks on it, and then it turns into like a chicken patty.
This sounds.
And then they chop
awful.
it up, and then it's like chunk chicken. So I mean, it's
This sounds horrible. You think that our government would find a way to get you guys better food?
It's not that bad. It doesn't.
Well, that's because you've been eating for 23 years, and you just like in the woods.
Juan, would you agree it serves its purpose?
Yeah.
And they've came a long way.
What's your favorite MRE?
Probably the cold weather spaghetti and meatballs.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Cold weather spaghetti and meatballs.
It's a massive MRE instead of the regular one. It has like 4,000 calories.
it's like a buffet.
In basic training, we weren't allowed to heat them up because they come with these little heaters.
Yeah.
But some idiot decided to eat the heating material, so we weren't allowed to heat them up. So we had to eat them all cold.
That sucks. Somebody eats what goes through your mind? Just like the Super Bowl streaker last night. What goes through your mind when you do something crazy like that? Let me eat the heater for this MRE.
He probably wanted a way out.
He's being discharged.
Yeah.
Fucking guy ate. Do the movies hold true? Is it like everybody's sprinting around wrestling, shirt off, being fucking wild?
Like in the barracks?
Yeah. Like you see the movies where everybody's like slapping each other and pulling pranks and they're wrestling, wrestling.
When you got to pass time, people get bored, so you just start messing around.
You start beating the shit out of each other.
I don't know if they just get naked and wrestle all the time. But
that
might
sounds
be
like something
barracks.
you do. Sounds like something you do. So on this show, we've instituted a new segment called the Susan segment, where Susan spends her time creating questions for me while she is in class and should be doing her homework. Susan, do your homework. So we're going to start, and this is the first question. And Sam, take part in this as well. Young Sam in the back. If you had to get a face tattoo, what would it be?
If I had to get a face tattoo,
Yeah.
probably a teardrop, so people wouldn't
Wow, they
fuck with me.
Yeah, what is that? You work in Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
What does a teardrop mean? Shout out to your boys, by the way. All of them followed me, so we're getting all these follows.
I mean, now people just get it for,
But
like Sam will get it as a deterrent.
Okay, but if you really got a teardrop, what's that for? Like you kill
Old
somebody?
school means maybe you got a body, maybe you kill somebody.
Sam's a bad motherfucker. We just found out that Sam is hiding bodies.
Multiple.
I would get a word over my eyebrow because I already have very thick eyebrows. So even if I got something there, people would never it would just be like, it would just say like Scorpio. Because girls always ask, they're like, what's your sign? It's like, just look directly into my eyes, baby. It says Scorpio. And then
Mortal Kombat.
yeah. It's just like, get over here. What would you get if you had to get a face tattoo?
I don't know. I'd probably get some scripture under my eyebrow, so if I didn't like it, my eyebrows would just grow back.
Oh, well, I thought about potentially maybe getting the word fuck inside my beard. Like shave a spot, get the word fuck, put the beard hair down.
Like a flap?
like a little flap. I mean,
I think you should actually do that.
Imagine the day that I have no facial hair for some reason, and somebody's just like, oh, "Hey, Grandpa, what's that tattoo say?" It's like, "Shut up, kid. Shut up, kid." It says "fuck."
I wish one day you had to shave your beard because heads would turn. They probably wouldn't recognize you.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I mean, just preface this. If I shave my beard, I look like Joey Fatone from NSYNC. It's a thing. It's been a thing forever. They just be like, oh, look at Joey Fatone. Sing me bye, bye, bye. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Since high school.
Literally since high school. The second one is name something that makes you feel old.
Every time I look at my license.
Wow. You're like 50, right?
Not even 40, but I'm in my 30s.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I would have to say it's like a two-parter for me. I have a 30-year-old sister and a 25-year-old brother.
You're right in the middle?
Well, I'm the oldest. So it's like being 33 and having a 30-year-old sister makes me feel fucking old. Makes me feel old. Also, Get Rich or Die Trying, as you just break the whole set. Get Rich or Die Trying just turned 18.
The movie?
The album. The 50 Cent album just turned 18.
18 years.
That's crazy, right?
It is.
18 years ago. Potentially one of the greatest albums ever created. Quote me.
Agreed.
That makes me feel kind of old. Sam, what do you got?
I'd probably have to say TikTok, to be honest. I just don't get it. Like every time I try to watch it, I just cringe and I like just get off it.
Yeah, you don't like to see. I like TikTok.
No, I refuse to download it.
You're young.
I fall into like a 3-hour rabbit hole.
Yeah, you do.
Just
you send me TikToks literally all night long.
They're hilarious.
I'll just like wake up and just be like, oh, Shep, what's this message say? Oh, it's just another fucking TikTok. Juanito, let's ask you that one too.
My gray hair.
Oh, I got gray hair.
Every day I wake up, there's a whole new patch.
You're finding new gray hair everywhere. I mean, I didn't mean to say everywhere. Just on your head. The next one is name an embarrassing moment that happened to you a long time ago and still keeps you up at night. I can go because I wrote this one down. And not that I needed to, but I got pantsed in high school. Pantsed. Fucking just cock and balls to the wind. I got pantsed. And I mean, I'm not ashamed of it, but like looking back, it's like, how many people saw it? Like, do people still think about this day other than me? Are they like, wow?
Well, they do now.
Yeah, it's going to just fire back some high school memories for people. It's like, oh, yeah, I saw Mark's dick during gym class. His twig and giggleberries. Go ahead. What's your name an embarrassing moment that lives rent-free? You got to have something. I mean, besides like every weekend.
Embarrassing moment.
Yeah. Sam, what do you got?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this?
Uh-oh. You got something in there, I can tell.
I do. So I'm like, do I want to share?
Oh, let's go. I love this. We're breaking new ground.
I'm not going to say when because then it really, like the person could be listening to this. Anyways, I went down to Fort Lauderdale for spring break once. and I started talking to this girl down there while I was there, and you know, we were buying drinks for each other. One thing led to the next, but I got smacked off tequila, and like by the time we were actually like gonna do it, I had whiskey dick.
Oh, that's
And I
the
still
worst.
think about it to this day.
It's just like I could have sealed the deal, but
Yeah.
look, we've all been there. We've all been there. It happens to Shep like every other day. Go ahead, give me your embarrassing moment.
All I was gonna do is squeeze the bottom of it.
I wish I'd known that.
Sam's like, damn it, man. I wish I knew you before.
All right, so I was a pretty good kid, and you know, through school, I was pretty much a nerd, cut to myself.
You still are a nerd.
In 6th grade, you know, raise your hand. Can I use a bathroom?
Oh, no.
Teacher's like, no. Like somebody already went because they used to go to the bathroom, pass notes,
Yeah.
just not to get in class. I really had to take a piss. He didn't let me go. He finally let me go. The men's room wasn't marked men's. I pissed my fucking pants. And I had on like the MC Hammer pants,
Oh, wow.
like the pajama pants.
Yeah,
They
like the
were in-
Zubaz?
They were in back then. Went back to class. Like an idiot, I walked in.
Just
and
piss
like,
pants.
Because I wanted to show him, like, hey, this is what you did. I didn't piss my pants. You made me piss my pants.
I didn't piss my pants. You pissed my
So,
pants.
6th grade, Doug in middle school, pissed my pants. That's the last time I've ever asked to use a bathroom anywhere.
You just get up and
I
go.
just go.
Just get up and leave.
And my grandfather had to pick me up. He was a mean son of a bitch.
So he was just like,
He made fun of me.
Jamie, you pissed your pants.
Yeah.
Little slap in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks. I mean, everybody pees their pants.
If I got to piss right now, I'm going to go pee.
No, you have to pee your pants. This is an interesting one. What is the voice you use to talk to your dog or any dog? And I guess I'll start. I mean, this is my show. So Daisy, also Lily the pug. Shout out to Lily the pug. And Daisy, I do this thing where I just go, oh. I just go, oh, Daisy. I can't even do the noise properly. It's like, oh, Daisy, and then I just walk over and give her a little hug and a little kiss. But she sees it and she looks and she knows that there's a hug and a kiss and a treat coming. But I'm like, oh, Daisy.
You talk to the dog like you're having an orgasm.
I know, it sounds like you're about to climax.
That's fucking terrible.
Poor Daisy.
Poor Daisy. Poor Daisy.
How much peanut butter did you go through?
Whole jar, Jeff. Whole. Go ahead. What's your talking to a dog voice?
I do the whole get down. Who's a good boy?
Oh yeah.
And then the tail starts wagging, and my voice is like, "Who's a good boy?"
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And I don't even know if they understand, but that's my dog voice.
I don't know if they understand it, but fuck it. Go ahead, Sam.
Like my voice gets like all high pitched. I can't even control it. Like it just naturally happens.
It just does it.
And I'm just like, come on, come on.
Yeah. I know that one. I know that one when you're trying to get them super excited. Yeah, that's a fun one. That is a
Start
fun
talking
one.
to humans like that.
Yeah, just start walking them. Who's a good boy? And then
You want a treat?
Well,
you
you-
want a treat? Just start dangling treats.
You don't, because if you talk to humans like that, they're gonna think you want sex.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, wow, orgasm voice. Like, yeah. The last one is name an artist that you listen to that you know not many people. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Name an artist that you listen to that not many people know about.
I'm gonna go with Dermot Kennedy.
Yeah, actually, you just introduced me to him recently.
Big Dermot Kennedy guy.
Yeah, his music's good. His music's good. I'm gonna stay in the electronic realm, and I'm gonna say Griffin or Jax Jones. Two guys, absolutely fucking fantastic music, but under the radar, low key, especially in the mainstream. So like people in the electronic world know them, but in the mainstream, if I said that, they'd be like, "What are you talking about? Who is this guy? What do you got?"
I'll stick to EDM too. I listen to King Henry. Not everyone knows who that is. Like
I don't think I know who that is.
I highly recommend him. It's like soft EDM. It's like easy to listen to.
So it's like softcore.
Yeah, like you're not gonna be like ready to run through a brick wall after.
Okay,
But like you can do like house chores listening to it. It's just soft,
okay.
easy to listen to.
Okay. Perfect. I love that. That concludes the Susan segment, which I think is just fantastic.
Good segment.
Good segment. Awesome person. Great segment. do your homework. Do your homework. But we're going to wrap this thing up here. Shep, you got anything? Besides, Wake It Up merch is coming, baby.
No, thanks for having me.
You got it, man. It was a fun time. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Like, subscribe. Go to YouTube. Go to YouPorn. Go to Twitter. Go to, I don't know, all of them. Go to everything. I'm there. I'm living rent-free in your house forever. Love you all. Peace.